Hello everyone, this is Eunice from 100% Chelsea for Talk Norwich City. Thank you for having me on. Today I am going to give you a little tactical insight into how Chelsea are going to probably line up against you guys, Norwich, at Stamford Bridge on the weekend. Now this is obviously a big game, not only for us but for you guys as well. Normally for us this would be a pretty average game. Except this weekend we find ourselves both near relegation. So somehow, I can't believe I'm saying these words. Somehow, this is a relegation game. Can't believe I've said that. Anyway, I'm going to give you a little tactical insight into how Chelsea will approach the game, who I think will start, and give you guys just a little in-depth analysis into the Chelsea team so that you know what to expect when Chelsea play Norwich on the weekend. Now, normally, when everyone's on form, I probably wouldn't have to do this. I would just be like, yeah, these 11 guys are amazing. They're going to do the job. Watch out for every single one of them, and that's it. But we have been completely out of order this season. We have been malfunctioning, should I say? You know, something that we haven't done in ages. Normally, we're quite stable and solid, and this year we haven't seen it. So I'm going to outline specific bits of how I think we're going to approach the game. What mistakes we've been making, I'm going to outline to you guys, so you guys can watch out for those mistakes on the weekend, where hopefully we don't make the same mistakes. Anyway, the team I expect is this team. Begovic in goal, obviously, because Courtois is still out. Azpilicueta, right back. Baba Rahman, who's looking like he's starting to adapt and starting to understand Premier League football. I expect him at left back. A lot of pace there. Zuma Terry is the pairing you'd go for because Zuma's the one that carries a lot of pace. Ramirez, Matic, in defensive mid. Willian, who's been the star man and the only man in the Chelsea team this year. Willian. Fabregas in the hole behind the striker. Hazard on the left because whether you like him or not, or whether he's been playing terrible, he's still Eden Hazard. So you have to play him. Diego Costa up top. Now, how I expect Chelsea to approach this game is we need a win. Regardless, a draw won't help, a loss will definitely not help. We need to win. One key stat about this weekend is that Norwich have only had one clean sheet, and that was last game against Swansea. One clean sheet in the league this year, so that's a bit optimistic for us. So we have to win. We're gonna end up attacking. We're gonna push forward. One mistake that we've been doing this year involves Ramirez and Matic, or the defensive mids. Because sometimes we find ourselves on the back foot and we start panicking. Our back four are not stable or have not been stable. So what our defensive mids tend to do is find themselves here and here. So we end up with a back six, and that doesn't work because the moment a ball comes into the box or it gets the back four gets exploited, that's it. There's a striker there ready to just shoot. It's just not working. Normally, what would need to be done is the defensive mids should find themselves here, protecting the centre-backs. That way, when the ball's coming up from this side, these two shift over and they can protect the centre-backs, or when the ball's coming up from this side, they can protect. If the ball's coming down the middle, they can close him down. While the centre-backs don't really have to worry. If it gets past the defensive mids, then the centre-backs can step in. But we just haven't been doing that. And because of that, we find ourselves open to a lot of space, leaving the striker around the box to just shoot. And it's a disaster. We've been conceding loads and loads of goals. Whenever a ball is whacked in from the sides, there's always a striker to head it in or to whack it in because we've just been so brittle, so easy to break down. That is one thing that's a key area that we need to fix up. We need to close the lines, and that we haven't been doing. We need to close the lines a little bit more, be a bit more compact, and just shut everything down for the opposition. Get back to our roots, because our roots is counter-attacking football. Our roots is nice, big, solid performance. You know, that is the Chelsea way. We're not Barcelona, even though we're trying to be, but it hasn't been working. Hence why we're 16th. A key area are the wings. Now, Willian has been exceptional, absolutely exceptional. I have nothing to say about him. He just needs to do what he keeps doing. That's it. Hazard is someone who needs to step up his game. Hazard is someone who normally would create a lot of trouble, try and cut in, create a chance, create an assist or shoot. He hasn't been doing that. He's just been completely off form. He hasn't been tracking back, and it's just been a total disaster. Another key area is Fabregas. Fabregas, what he should be doing is once the defensive mids come back to defend, Fabregas should find himself here, defending. You know, he needs to track back. He hasn't been doing that. And every time he does try to track back, he doesn't get forward in time to be able to do something. So that's why we end up with a complete massive hole and no number 10. That has been a key problem in our season. We do not have a number 10. There's just no one to create a chance. We have this massive hole. Williams trying to do something. He gets shut down. Left back comes in and shuts him down, or they stop him. That's what they've been doing to Hazard. Since the start of the season, they've been going to Hazard and just shutting him off. Nothing going to him. Gets tackled, loses the ball, that's it. Danger over. And there's no one here to create. So Costa is left trying to knock someone out. You know, he's just here trying to cause trouble because he gets agitated easy. Why? Because he's not being given any chance. Normally, there should be a number 10 here to be able to supply Costa. That way Costa can have all the balls available to him, all the chances available to him for him to finish. Another problem is Diego Costa, because he finds himself here a lot of the time. He's always shifting to the wing. So when he does shift over to the wing, we end up with no striker. You know, it's just it's a combination of problems that we've had this year. And if you guys can exploit that, you can leave Stamford Bridge with something. Fingers crossed you don't. So that is the key areas where I'm looking for us to improve. Shut the lines down. Be a bit more compact. Hit on the counter. Use all 3 attacking players along with Diego Costa and supply the striker. That is what we need to do. If we have Willian on his best day, which he's on form, so that is a player that you guys have to watch out for, Willian. Along with Hazard on the same form, then you've got 2 worries. You've got Willian and Hazard to look for. And that relieves a bit of pressure for, let's say, Fabregas or Oscar. I think Fabregas will start, but it relieves pressure for Fabregas. And it creates space for him to assist and provide Diego Costa with an opportunity. So, I think that's where the game will lie for you guys. If you can shut down Willian and Hazard, you have a good chance. So fingers crossed, they're just too much for you guys to handle. And I say that with respect because Norwich, I know, it's our team that love to play that old-fashioned style. There's not much flair to it. You're a team that just tends to, you know, sit back, try and find out the opportunity and exploit. And you did that at Manchester City. Unlucky. They didn't deserve to leave with 3 points. You guys deserve to leave there with something. Liverpool, same story. You guys got robbed against Crystal Palace. Honestly, Norwich should be higher than where they are at the moment. So, honestly, if you guys can watch out for these 2 and notice the problems that we have defensively, where our defensive mids end up leaving a massive hole here because they become centre-backs. If we continue to do that, then I'm worried. And you've heard that from a Chelsea fan, a team that are champions. I'm worried. So if we stick to our plan and just play how we used to play, we should leave with 3 points. We should. But Norwich have more than a chance, and I'm sure Norwich will be approaching this game going, you know what? Other teams have done it. We can do it too. So there we are. That is how I think we will line up. Those are the problems that we need to wipe off. And fingers crossed we address those problems and start a clean slate and get 3 points against you guys. I'm really sorry, but we have to win. Thank you all for watching. I hope this has been a key element for you to analyse. Good luck for Talk Norwich City. Jack, thank you for having me on. And subscribe to Talk Norwich City if you are a Norwich supporter or any other football fan. It's a quality channel. Do check it out. And check out 100% Chelsea. You'll find a link in the description. Thank you all for watching. Good luck. But then again, I don't wish you luck because we need the 3 points. And I hope all of you enjoy the game on the weekend. So thank you for watching and take care.